بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. So now moving on, we're going to discuss أضرب الخبر. So inshallah we'll discuss that shortly. But before we actually go on to it, I want you guys to I want you to give me some wordings for a question I'm going to ask you. I've got 3 dates here: January 31st, March 31st, and May 31st. Follow? Now let's say I'm January 31st. What do you have? Snow. What would you tell somebody about this? What would you say?
It's cold month.
It's cold. Okay. It's cold, right? What else would you say? It's snowing. Yeah? March 31st, it's snowing. What would you say?
It's cold and snowing.
It's cold, it's snowing, but what aspect is it to in UK? What happens in March?
The time's changed.
Time is changed. So normally where are we going towards?
Summer.
So do you expect? So when you say the sentence, what would you have to say kind of? What would you do as a natural way of conversing somebody?
Do you know?
Do you know? Do you know it's snowing? Why do you add in do you know?
This is a rare thing.
Because it's what?
It's not normal.
You added in that do you know? Because it's not normal. What else could you say? Guess what? Something like that, innit? You would add in. Because this is not as likely. Let's say we come to here, we have May 31st. And May 31st is still snowing. What would you say now? What would you say normally? Yeah, but okay, give me a sentence. You want to explain this? You're writing a brief WhatsApp message, text message. What would you say to explain that? On May 31st, it's snowing.
I'd say some sort of amazement.
Like what? You said wow. You said wow. Or I can't believe it. Okay. Huh? This can't be happening. Why is these? It's the same piece of information. A day and snow, day and snow, day and snow. But why? In each scenario, what's happening?
The language is different.
The language. Why is the language different?
Depending on the scenario.
Because of the scenario. Do you understand? Because of where you stand, because of the scenario, what can happen? The words you use express the same meaning. Because all we're trying to say is, on 31st of January, it was snowing. On March 31st, it was snowing. On May 31st, it was snowing. Same information, isn't it? But in here, what's happened? We just left it normal. It's cold, it was snowing. When it came to March 31st, you said, do you know what? We said, guess what? Because, it's not expected. When it came to May 31st, everybody lost it. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. This is amazing. Why? Because it's not something you expect. And the person would not readily accept this. He'd be shocked. Like, what? May 31st and it's snowing. You understand? Right? So now if you look at this, the way we just express these meanings is different levels. Okay? So the lowest level, let's say got podium here. So the lowest level is going to be what? This is when it's something very basic. Like the first example we had. Okay? Second level is what? Something we call enhanced. I mean, these words are not probably the best words, but in English translation, something to give the idea. So you have something basic, something a bit enhanced. I mean, it's got a bit more information, a bit more emphasis, a bit more oomph to it. And the last scenario you have is something called ultimate. I don't know if ultimate is the right word, but you get the idea. Meaning, you go over the top, you make a point to emphasize what you're saying. Do you understand? So based upon the person, upon the scenario, you can have a basic sentence. Or something which is slightly hard to believe. So you have to go up a step, add a bit more. And then something that the person he won't believe it. You've got to make sure you emphasize it. That's the only way this person would believe it. Do you understand? Okay? So in Arabic, this basic is called ibtida'i. Ibtada'a yabtadi'u ibtida'an is to initiate. Meaning, you say something where there's no prior context or there's nothing where you need to add more information, not more information, more emphasis. I keep saying information not correct. Add more emphasis. Is it? For example, somebody came late. So okay, came late. Okay, he can come late. Let's say somebody who never ever comes late. You say, can you believe it? Guess what? That guy came late today. Because according to this. So when it's like something normal, there's no prior bias. no prior biases. You call it ibtida'i. When you call it enhanced, what do you call it? You call it talabi. What does talabi mean? Talabi literally means seeking, but the second level is called talabi because the person is like unsure. Okay? It's unsure. And the last level you call it inkari. What do you call it? Inkari. Meaning that person or the person you're speaking to, he's likely not going to believe what you're saying. So if the person you're speaking to is like, just empty-minded, no biases, you would say what? Base is ibtida'i, second level is talabi, and the third level is inkari. I'm going to discuss all three of these in more detail as we go along. Do you understand this concept? Yeah? So according to what information you're giving, and according to the person's, how you expect him to react or accept or not accept what you're saying, you can level the kalam into three aspects. Talabi, very low, simple, basic level. Then you can have the enhanced level, slightly modification with more emphasis, or the ultimate, which is basically going all out to try to convince him because the person is not really going to accept what you're saying. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. So Adrub al-Khabar. So Adrub is basically the plural of darbun. And darbun means type. So he hasn't used the word aqsam, he just used the word darb, but it means the same thing. So darbun jama adrub, and adrub is jamul qilla, meaning the types of khabar according to the way you relate to the mukhatab. Okay? So adrubul khabar is what? Types of khabar. Okay. And it says حيث كان قصد المخبر بخبره إفادة المخاطب. That's the ism of كان. ينبغي أن يقتصر من الكلام على قدر الحاجة حذرا من اللغو. Okay. So حيث here means what? When. Okay. So when the intention of the mukhbir, who is the mukhbir? Mukhbir is the speaker. So when the intention of the speaker or the purpose of the speaker بخبره via his speech. So when the purpose of the speaker via his speech is what? إفادة المخاطب, is to inform the mukhatab. So when the intention of the speaker or the purpose, when the purpose of the speaker's speech is to inform the addressee. Okay, ينبغي means not necessarily appropriate. It is suitable. It is suitable or appropriate. And يقتصر, the file of this is a mukhbir. So the person is speaking, he should do what? He should confine his speech على قدر الحاجة, according to the need. What does it mean? That only emphasize it how much ever you need to emphasize it. So if it says September in December, you don't say, can you believe it? It's snowing. It's like, okay, all right, I believe you. It's nothing too hard to accept. Do you understand? But when it's like, for example, remember you get these people send nowadays when it was snowing in North Arabia, something like everybody was shocked. Like, wow, even snows there. You couldn't believe it. So that's like shocking. Somebody sends you a video here, snow from the UK. It's like, oh, snow from Russia. It's like, yeah, so it always snows there. You get what I'm saying? So that's not amazing. You wonder if you're trying to say, can you believe it? Guess what? The strangest thing in the world happened was snowing in Russia. So like, you get what I'm saying? Because what that's so what you do, you should يقتصر من الكلام على قدر الحاجة. The mutakallim should suffice upon how much ever necessity of emphasis there is. How much ever emphasis you need, you bring that much emphasis, no more. Do you understand? Right. Then you have the word here, hadaran. Hadaran is a masdar, meaning to fear or to avoid. It comes in the Quran, hadar al-maut, for fear of or to avoid. Okay? You say hadar or you can say hidr. Both, you can say both of them. Okay? Ala qadr al-haja. So hadaran, this is maf'ul lahu. Hadaran ya hidran. Okay? To avoid. And laghwa is what? Laghwa is basically, you call it something which is nugatory, meaning futile, useless. If I said to you, can you believe it? Guess what? It's snowing in Russia. So all that, guess what? Can you believe it? It's not. It's nugatory. It's useless. It's futile because there was no need to emphasize that because the person who's listening, he wouldn't have a problem accepting this. But when he's telling, guess what? It was, in Saudi Arabia, it was snowing. Say, really? Serious? Because you know that automatically his mind is going to be that. That's very, on the equator, that's not going to be snowing. How come it's snowing there? So he might have a doubt or he might not want to accept it as quickly. So you may bring emphasis. So that's a haja. When you bring more than that, you don't need it. That's what now? Laghwa. It's futile speech. Do you understand? Got it? So let's go over this text again. So adrubul khabari, types of khabar. Haythu is a mudaf until here. That becomes the zarf of yanbaghi. So when the intention or the purpose of the speaker, or the speaker's purpose or intention via his khabar is to give the mukhatib some information. This is a zarf. When this is a condition, it's appropriate that the mutakallim confines or limits his speech ala qadri al-haja, according to the necessity and the need. Why? If you bring more, to avoid nugatory speech or nugatory sentences or words. Meaning futile or excess information or excess wording. Do you understand? And now we discuss these three levels. Remember I gave you 3 levels before? So the talabi, ibtida'i, talabi and inkari, we discussed those 3. Okay?